Hey everyone, Max Few Trades here, and welcome back to more Let's Play My Little Investigations. In the last part, we were introduced to the crime at hand. It seems the fair rarity here has been burglarized by some sort of unknown assailant. It took one of our big old shiny gems and her cat, which is an oddly specific two things to take. But regardless, we found some clues. Got these tire marks and this hair and some sort of weird star object. I don't even have to do. I can just show you all the stuff I got right here, and that's all well and good. And Pinkie Pie beat, time and space over the head with a crowbar and taught us things, being basically a living tutorial. That was all well and good. And in this part, we'll spin around in circles because it's adorable. And I guess we'll actually move on and I guess leave this screen for the first time. It feels like we've spent so long here. We've gained so many memories. I feel almost, ashamed to possibly leave it. Hopefully we will return to it shortly. Either way, seriously, did you see how long the last episode was? Far longer than I thought it would ever be. Either way, look at this lovely little bridge and this little ravine thing over there. Wow, a lot of work went into this. Kudos all around, I must say. See, there could be anything, anywhere, and hello. I recognize this piece of cloth. What is this all about?
A piece of cloth? Red on one side, gold on the other? I think I know what this is from.
As you darn well should. That's a Crusader cape you got yourself right there. A torn part of a Cutie Mark Crusader's cape. Found outside the Carousel Boutique today. And suddenly Pinkie once more. Okay, kind of figured I had the basics already nailed down, and if Pinkie wants to show up some more, that's fine by me.
Pinkie, stop doing that! I'm trying to concentrate here.
Oh, sorry, but I thought you might really like to know this latest thing I found in the walkthrough.
Lay it on me, Pinkie Pink.
What is it?
Well, if you get a piece of evidence that someone might know about, then after you start talking to them, you can click on Present Evidence, and they'll let you know what they know about it. Pretty neat, huh?
Yeah, that is pretty neat, but it also means I'm going to be selecting every single object onto every other single character, hoping that it actually triggers something, so that's going to be obnoxious for all viewers involved. But, it's still handy information. Thank you, Pinkie.
I'm supposed to do what to what now?
Yeah.
Twilight, honestly, what am I gonna do with you?
She is pretty helpless.
Well, you know what I mean, right?
Yoy,
So
I does.
Pinkie came to the end. I just know it.
Way to fill me with confidence, Pinkie.
Well, that's all I got. See you around, Twilight. Till next time.
When probably 15 seconds? That's pretty much the record here. Will not take long. Either way, okay. Dingle dang, we've got something here that ties the younglings to the crime. Very unfortunate. Also, I can inspect the flower bushes and wish to smell them.
Just a flower bush. Nothing special, really. Although, now that I take a closer look, there's a ball here.
Aha! I know.
Sometimes a pony just has a plain old ball emergency.
Reference!
And that's why I set these up. Play around with it as much as you like.
Oh, Pinkie.
Just make sure you return it here when you're done with it. Wouldn't want some pony to have a ball emergency and not be able to solve it.
It's true. We wouldn't want that.
Somehow, I get a sense for who put this here.
Clearly, it was Applejack. Alright, so that was just a mindless reference, and you know what? I'm totally cool with that, because I get references. Seriously, I've got every episode encyclopedia ingrained in my brain, and it's not just because I'm obsessed with the show, which I admit I somewhat am, but that's just how I am with everything I enjoy. Everything I learn about it is something that I like, I'll pretty much remember it forever. And that was definitely a reference.
You know, I always see those tents when I come by here, but I've never actually learned what they are. Maybe they're merchants. Seems like they'd be closer to town square, though. Or gypsies? I'd have thought they would have left by now, if so.
Does Pony Society regularly have merchants? And are there actually nomadic gypsy ponies? Because those are both stories that I want to hear. Those sound freaking awesome.
Or maybe it's all a big front for a secret group of dragon egg smugglers, and they're all hoping that, just like I have all this time, we pay them no mind because they're just tents of no consequence in the background. When all this time, right under our noses, they've been shifting dozens upon dozens of illicit dragon eggs to a shadowy, nefarious crime boss!
And that crime boss is a ghost! It all makes sense.
Nah, probably gypsies.
Well, they could be gypsy ghosts. And how do we know the gypsies didn't take the jewel? We don't know anything at this point. It's all open to debate. Come on, Twilight, work with me here. I'm your partner. To Town Square. I can't go to Town Square. Why not?
I'm not done investigating the crime scene yet.
Okay.
I should look around more.
I guess I need to go present the cape to Rarity, I suppose. Alright, well, I like that it won't let me just sort of lumber about into various locations I don't need to be at yet. That should cut back on the whole, you know, mindlessly wandering around like a moron thing that I'm inevitably going to end up doing. That's not good English at all. I'm terrible at this. Okay, you know what? How you doing, Rarity? I still got some stuff to talk to you about. What do you know about this thing?
Oh, I remember this little problem.
What problem? Elaborate, fashionista horse.
You do?
Of course. I fixed that this morning, in fact. I can tell you about it if you'd like, though I'm not really sure if it's relevant to this case, darling.
Whether it is or it's not, I'm sure there'll be a funny joke attached to it, and that's more than enough for me.
Don't worry, Rarity. Every little bit of information helps.
Also, your microphone quality seems to have dipped slightly, but I won't hold that against you. Alright, what was stolen? Still can't do that. Alright, fixing the cape. Why did you do this thing?
Of course. Apple Bloom came by this morning to have this little accident fixed up. She seemed to have ripped her cape during one of her usual excursions.
Well, that definitely sounds like Apple Bloom, but obviously there has to be more to it.
I asked her why she didn't just get Sweetie Belle to fix it up, but she said that Sweetie Belle was very busy today and couldn't spare any time to do so.
Couldn't spare any time for one of her closest compadres? That seems suspicious as well.
I really don't know what those fillies are up to, but on the other hoof, perhaps it's better I don't know.
I'm willing to guess it has something to do with egg-smuggling ghosts.
I swear, sometimes I don't understand myself. Sweetie Belle absolutely ruined my gold silk, and now here I am, fixing the capes they made with it.
No, it's generosity. That's kind of your thing.
I'm an odd sort. Do you think I'm odd, Twilight?
Absolutely, but that's also what endears you to a lot of people.
Oh, Rarity. I think you just have a big heart.
This is also true.
Don't remind me, Twilight. Sometimes it can be a bit tiresome.
It also has a lot of biological implications. I mean, seriously, an enlarged heart, that cannot be well.
So this belonged to Apple Bloom, and she had it fixed this morning.
But why? This is curious and curiouser, and now it's all super updated and everything. Sweet.
While I'm here, Rarity, do you know where Apple Bloom went after you fixed her cape?
It's Apple Bloom. There's only 3 places she could ever be. Home, school, or her treehouse.
I'm not certain of her exact whereabouts, but she did head out towards the town square after I gave her the fixed cape. Perhaps that should be where you should search?
Yeah, I would... The town square! You know what? You're not helping.
Alright. Thanks, Rarity.
In a matter of speaking, yeah, I suppose so. Oh, now I can go to the town square. Alright, so... absolutely nothing else. That's just silly. Fine, fine. If that's the way we have to go about it, then that's the way we'll do things. Ugh. Alright, fine. Let's see. Let's go to town square, try and find Apple Bloom. What do you want to bet she's like the only person standing in the entire town square, even though that would make no sense? Oh, I don't know. She's just... or that.
Can you do that for me, Sweetie Belle? At least until this all blows over.
That southern draw!
Of course. Leave it to me, Apple Bloom. See ya!
Now what's all this about? What are they conspiring? They're working with ghosts.
I wonder what those two are talking about.
Ghosts, I tell you!
Cutie Mark Crusader business, maybe? Might as well have a chat with Apple Bloom while she's here.
Oh yeah, let's go talk to the equivalent of a 5-year-old. Oh, that's not gonna get grading. Alright. I say that with love, though. I like Apple Bloom. I like all of the Crusaders. And hello, Dingle Dangle Doo-Doo. You do not look like anybody I've ever seen wandering around in the background.
Oh, hi! I don't think I've seen you around before. Are you new here?
You have the stench of OC emanating from you. Might I inquire what part of the development team you are?
Yes. Well, no. Well, sort of. I travel a lot around Equestria. I haven't been in Ponyville for quite some time, so... mostly.
I see.
Well, welcome back then. My name is Twilight Sparkle. I'm Princess Celestia's student, but, well, in my day job, I take care of the town library too.
Yeah, it's never really been elaborated that that's what you do, but you live in it. would make sense at the very least. Also, random pony with brown hair. I feel the important thing to bring up. Your microphone quality is absolute garbage compared to Twilight. Might want to invest in something a little bit fancier if you choose to pursue a voice acting career.
Oh, of course. I've heard of you. Word of your exploits do have a way of reaching quite far away, let me tell you.
Yeah, it's not like you know, saved the world on 7 separate occasions or anything.
Do they? Well, I'm really nothing to speak about, to be honest.
Yeah, sure,
But
why
it's
not?
nice to make your acquaintance all the same.
Indeed.
So, what do you do?
Yeah, I don't know. Eclair? I don't know, is she a pastry chef?
I'm a sculptor, or at least that's what I most enjoy. Traveling helps me a lot with inspiration.
Why is your... Well, actually, names and occupations have absolutely nothing to do with each other. That's a broad stereotype. I am, I guess, job racist. I apologize.
Oh, sculpting! Have you seen our town's fountain? You might like it.
Well, actually, I've seen it before. Or, well, I've done more than just seen it. I made it a while ago.
Oh, well, how about that?
Wow, really? I had no idea. Well, you should feel proud of it. It's very well done.
We should also probably put up a plaque or something to inform people of who created it. I can't imagine that never being a topic that someone asks.
Thank you. Although, there is one thing that catches my eye. Not that I think about it.
Is that so?
What's that?
That's a plaque.
Oh, suddenly her
Was that
microphone got
added
better.
Recently. It wasn't put there when I made it, at least.
Yeah.
And I didn't make it for the mayor. The rich family commissioned the statue.
Zigga, what?
Wait, what? Boy. I wish this surprised me anymore.
Anyways, I was in the middle of pondering my next sculpture. It was very nice meeting you, Twilight Sparkle.
Likewise.
I wonder if you'll play any sort of role in anything whatsoever. Seems probable. Maybe a future case. Lord if I know. What's up, Apple Bloom? I see your bow is still much larger than your head.
Hey, Apple Bloom. How's it going with the Cutie Mark Crusaders? Done any, epic quests or crusading lately?
It's not really what they do. Mostly fall off buildings when they try to hang glide.
Oh, well, no, actually, not really. See, we're kinda on break.
Is that so?
On break? Since when do the Cutie Mark Crusaders take breaks?
Just about never. Suspicious. I'm telling you, they're working for the ghosts.
Since, well, recently. I mean, every pony's gotta take a break once in a while, right?
You are definitely Applejack's sister. You are the worst liar I have ever heard.
How recently?
I don't know, an hour and a half?
Pretty recent?
Yeah,
Why is she avoiding my questions?
because she knows things.
It's not right here.
A lot of things aren't right here.
Although, now that I think about it, there's one crusader I haven't heard anything about today.
Scootaloo!
Say, Apple Bloom. Do you know where Scootaloo's been?
Working with ghosts? I don't know why I keep going to ghosts. It just seems to be funny to me.
Nowhere. I mean, somewhere. I mean, not here. I mean, I don't know.
She does not know.
Huh.
Yeah, that's pretty concrete. I say we believe her. Oh, she hasn't been seen since yesterday. That's not good. She's on the run! Alright, well, Rarity situation. What do you know of all that?
So, did you hear about what happened to Rarity last night?
Did I? That was an awful thing to happen to her.
It's true.
Well, don't worry. I'm on the case. And I promise you that I'll find the one who broke that window and stole from her.
Uh-oh.
Oh, well, good luck with that. Hope you have real good luck there.
Yep, that's totally suspicious.
That was an odd response. Apple Bloom, you wouldn't happen to know anything about what happened, would you?
And start stammering.
Huh? Course not. Why would you think I'm not telling you something, huh?
Probably due to your inflections in your voice.
Because you just told me that you're not.
Also, there was that. Yeah, I guess I'm not paying much attention. That's not good. Oh, boy. Okay. Last night... Whoa. Interrogation. Hang on, I want to present that cape first before I get into any interrogating. Hopefully it's as a friendly interrogation. Is friendly interrogation even a thing? Seems really like all interrogation leads to horrible consequences.
You know, Sweetie Belle didn't do a half-bad job on these capes, considering that, well, Her costumes for your performance didn't go over quite so well.
It's true. They were completely awful.
You're telling me? Why, last I heard, Sweetie Belle was trying to get Rarity to turn them into her latest line of pony fashion.
Yeah, good luck with that.
What?
Uh-huh. Picture it, she said to Rarity. Blank wear. And our capes will be the flagship item.
Yeah, that's never taking off.
There's a market for this?
There's a market for everything. Don't even get me started on that.
Well, there must be, because, wouldn't you know it, Rarity said she'd make it part of her winter wear catalog.
She... what?
How'd you put it? Oh, I remember. I'll sell that when Tartarus freezes over. Can you believe it, Twi? Maybe we'll get a fashion cutie marks.
The hell's a Tartarus?
Do I tell her? Nah.
Just let her be happy. As tempting as it might be, I share absolute no joy in the crushing of the dreams of small children. I am no supervillain. Okay, well, I guess it's time to interrogate.
Okay, Apple Bloom. Time to find out what you're hiding.
Yeah, okay. We can't do anything too mean to her, though, or I'll get really sad. Suddenly, Pinky!
What? Pinky! What in the world are you doing?
Well, she's here to teach us about interrogation. Catch on already. This is like the 7th time today she showed up out of nowhere to tell you something you don't understand. Just roll with it.
I'm pressing you for information, Buster. Or at least that's what the walkthrough says. I'm not really quite sure how this is supposed to work here.
Oh, of course not.
Another lesson from Professor Pinkie Pie?
Professor Pinkie Pie, where's her lab coat? That would be cute. Oh man, someone draw that.
Yupperoonie! This time we're talking about interrogations! Are you excited? I'm super duper excited with a strawberry on top!
I don't like strawberries.
Don't you mean cherry?
I don't like cherries either.
No, I don't really like cherries.
Ha!
But I mean the whole ride home with Rarity. Never mind. Let's just get this over with.
More references!
Okie dokie dokie! Now, the walkthrough says that interrogations are a super special thing, where you've got to try to wring the truth out of your opponent. And you do this with your mind, Twilight. Your mind!
Okay.
I guess you should have no problem with all that mind you got, huh?
She does have an unsuperfluous... What word was I going for with that? Okay. She has a great big giant head full of mind is the joke I was trying to make, but I stumbled all over it. Okay, let's move on.
Sure. So, what do I do?
Telekinesis.
Well, she's about to tell you something that totally isn't true. Well, part of it at least. And it's your job to figure out what that part is.
Gotta find the contradictions. We gotta Phoenix Wright this fool up.
Once you find a statement that doesn't fit with the evidence you have available, you'll want to present that evidence against that statement. Like so. There! Pizzazz!
I don't want to be bizzazzed.
Can I do it without that last part?
Without the pizzazz? Well, that sort of ruins the entire point, now doesn't it?
Well, if you want to be boring, sure.
Well, of course she wants to be boring. She's Twilight. It's kind of her prerogative. It's the other characters around her that are entertaining. She's merely the straight mare.
Boring is fine. Boring is great.
Oh, and if you think you need your opponent to talk more about something they said, you can always select press for info. And you'll get them to talk. Like me, I love talking.
Yep, she certainly does.
I've noticed.
Yeah.
And that's all for now. But remember, you gotta use pizzazz. Otherwise, you're not a real investigator. The walkthrough said so.
Pretty sure you said bizzazz last time, but I'll take your word for it.
Duly noted.
Jeez, do something to liven her up a bit, would ya? She's a terrible audience. Anyway, until next time, bye!
I have terrible social skills. I am not the person to turn to lighten the mood, let me tell you that much.
I thought she'd never leave. Okay, on with the investigation.
This is about to get weird.
Apple Bloom, I need to ask you about where you were around the time of the crime.
Huh? How come? I'm not a suspect, am I?
Well, I guess technically you kind of are. And if you done did it, I'm gonna need you to tell me that you done did it so you can go to pony jail. Which in this super sugary sweet universe is probably like a 15-minute timeout. So honestly, you've got nothing to lose here.
No, I just need to know. procedure and all.
She's
That
still
makes
totally
sense,
a subs.
right?
You're asking her if what you said makes sense?
Sure, I guess.
Okay, you're definitely a newbie at this.
I wasn't really doing a whole lot yesterday, to be perfectly honest. Most of my day was spent with Applejack helping her on the farm.
That checks out. Oh, wait, do I...
We finished everything up at around 6:30 or 7. I don't remember exactly when it was.
Yeah, most people don't.
I had homework to complete for school after that, so I was pretty much just doing that for the rest of the day.
I sense a problem in your testimony here. You are a small child, and you are not a brainy, nerdy one either. This would lead me to believe that you are lying that you were doing your homework. Or at the very least, embellishing, because you're a kid. Kids don't do homework. I know I didn't. That's why I don't have a diploma.
Just a minute. That took up the whole day?
Well, if it was me doing homework, it would have taken the whole day.
Twa, you have no idea how scary Caroline can be in the classroom.
Yeah, she talks about the 80s all the time.
Do tell.
After Family Appreciation Day, every pony in the whole class had to write an essay on how it's bad to sleep in class with some pony else talking.
Man, I can't even do that.
That doesn't seem so bad.
Oh, we didn't. That's for the fact that she wanted us to explain our position on why it's bad, and what bad it is using classical philosophers' argument as a basis.
Wow.
Jeremy Van Hoof will haul me to the grave, Twi. To the grave.
I'm sure that's a pun, but I'm not smart enough to get the reference.
This is an elementary school?
Or at least the Ponyville equivalent, I suppose.
I certainly never went anywhere near the Carousel Boutique. No, sorry.
And that is just a broad-faced lie. Alright.
Just a minute.
I didn't ask about the Carousel Boutique.
Well, what do you know? I didn't even remember that part and I still got it. Alright, I like this.
Well, I still didn't. I mean, that's where the crime happened, right? So naturally, I figured you were asking about that. And I wasn't. So there.
Okay, that's pretty concrete to me.
If you say so.
So, I don't know if I can really help you much here, Twi. Awful sorry.
For being Southern, how many people in this project are Canadian? Because I'm hearing a lot of sorries. I don't know. A Canadian trying to be Southern? That's just impossible, except for the official voice actress of someone who plays a Southern character. You know what? I'm just being an idiot. What's up?
Just a minute. What is it, Twi?
Oh, sorry. I just like how that sounds. Makes me feel investigative. I have no keener pleasure than in following Sherlock Holmes in his professional investigations and in admiring the...
Yeah, that, I'm pretty sure she doesn't care.
Twi, focus.
Okay, when Apple Bloom tells you to focus, you know you're getting very, 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 very off topic.
Not only that, the fact that we're interrogating her and she's telling us to refocus my attention back onto interrogating her shows you really need to shut your trap.
I know for sure that Apple Bloom is hiding something from me here.
Most
The
definitely.
question is, what?
No clue!
I wasn't really doing it.
Okay, I guess I might as well press on the information that I didn't bother to last time. I mean, you never know when something will slip.
Just a minute. What were you doing on the farm? If you don't mind me asking.
Gonna just take a wild guess and say bucking apples. It's kind of all they do over there.
The usual. Applejack and Big Macintosh were bucking the apple trees, and I was helping out with the bucket.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I'm a big pony and all, but my bucking legs can't get the job done yet. So I'm still just helping move around the apples they shake loose.
Yeah, okay.
And that's all you were doing?
Yeah, is that all you were doing all day? That seems suspicious. Perhaps I could go ask Applejack. She'd know. She can't lie at all. Physically and possibly she can't.
That's about it.
Yeah, I bet.
Alright. How long were you doing that for?
We finished everything up at around...
Yeah, around 6:30. Are you sure you don't know? You seem punctual, and I say that sarcastically.
Just a minute.
Why can't you remember exactly when it was?
I don't know. How do ponies keep track of time? Do we have clocks?
'Cause I was outside. Duh! We know fancy pants ponies with the watches and stuff. That's for Camelot ponies.
No, yeah, they do have clocks. They actually have a clock tower. I've seen that a lot. I'm stupid.
That doesn't account for your whole day, though. What about the rest of it?
Yeah, it's true. That only fills up, like, what, 3 or 4 hours?
I had homework to complete.
Is that really all we've got? Interesting, interesting. Wait, no. We've got something here. You were at the Carousel Boutique today. Hang on. Where's the best place for that? Wasn't doing a whole lot yesterday. Oh, wait, no. Yesterday. But today you did something else. But that has absolutely nothing to do with anything at this current moment in time. That's not helping.
We finished everything.
Nut burgers! Okay, fine. I guess I've got absolutely nothing to go on here.
This just can't be right. But I can't find anything wrong with what she's saying yet.
Well, I can find stuff that's wrong, I just can't find stuff to prove it with. That's just unfortunate. Okay, fine. I shall return, Apple Bloom. You bet your bow on it, I swear to you. Okay, let's see. Well, let me gallivant to other locations or something. Oh, wow, well, look at that. Oh, see on that nonsense. Whoa. What is even this? Abby Sprocket. Oh, you are steampunked out the wazoo. Oh, yeah. You know, for a second there, I forgot that this was a fan project, but then I saw that and everything made sense. Oh. Okay. Well, that seems like a whole other kettle of fish. Let's just take another look around, see if there's anything else going on. Okay, can I go over here?
This road leads to Sweet Apple Acres. I don't have any business there.
Oh.
Focus, Twilight.
Totally do. Just go to Applejack and ask her if Apple Bloom was really there the entire time. Therefore, we can get a solid alibi. If Applejack wasn't the element of honesty, she's still one of your closest and dearest friends. She's not gonna lie to you. Seriously. I mean, my goodness. Okay, to Rambling Rock Ridge, so there's literally nothing. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna go back to Apple Bloom for just a moment here. Okay. There's gotta be something I can do. I just gotta apply the cape to the right situation, right? Okay. Let's see. Wasn't doing a whole lot yesterday. Do I just... Bada bing, bada boom, the cape!
Aha! This proves that you're not being truthful with me, Apple Bloom.
And Apple Bloom asks how that's possible because I used it on the wrong thing.
No, it doesn't, Twi.
That's true, it doesn't.
Nice. Well, you passed that test with flying colors.
Buzzazz. Good job.
You don't really know what you're doing, do ya?
Not in the least.
Nice deduction. Want to take over?
That would be an entirely different game.
I wasn't really doing.
Fine. But you know what? I'm not giving up. I'm just gonna if this... I'm almost positive. Yep, okay, it doesn't work there. I have to be certain, because it's possible I'm just stupid. Doesn't work there, okay. And, oh wait, yeah. Good derp. I never went anywhere near the Carousel Boutique. Wow, I'm dense. Okay, present evidence. Use the cape. You were there. Okay, that's working.
Objection.
Well, holy dang, look at that animation quality right there. Also, that's not really an applicable term for a conversation, but nice little reference you got there.
Twilight, what in the hell are you doing?
Yeah, really. Even I thought that was weird.
Well, I wanted to give it, you know, pizzazz. Just like the real thing.
Hey.
Did it sound official?
We've been over this. It's bizzazz. We want bizzazz up in here.
Why, you feeling alright? Hey, I bet Sakura could help with that.
Yeah, probably.
Okay, I get it. I'm not a lawyer.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Does Ponyville even have lawyers?
Apple Bloom, I'm afraid to say that I don't think you're being honest with me here.
Huh? Of course I am, Twi. How could you say something like that?
Because I have the truth, and you are withholding the truth. And that's not right, bro.
Oh no, I'm not being guilt-tripped this time. I found a scrap of your cape near the bridge to the Carousel Boutique. I know you were there, Apple Bloom.
Oh, well, that doesn't mean that was left there last night, does it? Why, that was left there a long time ago, Twi.
Impossible! Not only did we get word account from Rarity that it took place this morning, we've also have to go on the fact that you love those capes more than just about anything, honestly, next to your friends and family. You'd get that repaired instantaneously, and even if you didn't immediately go to a tailor to get it fixed, you would have taken the scrap of cloth with you at the same time. You wouldn't have just left it there to get rained on or taken from by some sort of pigeon of some sort. I can read the lies all over your face. Your adorable, adorable face. Stop making that face.
No, Apple Bloom. I'm afraid that one's not going to fly.
No, it is not.
I talked to Rarity earlier, and she told me that you had this fixed this morning.
I'm basically asserting my assumptions before they start talking to see if I'm actually right, because I'd like to feel smart every now and then.
Yeah, but...
Your prized Cutie Mark Crusaders cape. Apple Bloom, come on. You can't tell me that you wouldn't get that fixed as soon as possible.
Yep, she's got you there.
But it... I mean... Alright, you win, Twi. I'm sorry.
You dirty little liar.
It's okay. But please, I need you to tell me what you know. I can't help that I don't know as much as possible.
And last night added to the questions, it turns out my intelligence was not entirely faulty. I knew for a fact that something was up, and I was able to figure it out. I certainly hope so, seeing as how that was the first interrogation of the game, and it was of a small child. That really shouldn't have been difficult in the least, but I still had trouble with it, so that's going to be a wonderful foreshadowing to what we're going to be doing next time, which I guess is to continue to talk to Apple Bloom. She'll probably tell us something important, and we'll go somewhere else and do some more crazy things, and we'll do more detective-y things. And will you be there to watch it? I honestly have no clue. I hope you are, but if not, that's cool too. In the next parts, more detectiving and more ponies. Generally a great time had by all. See you then.